Alright, you guys, make sure you like and dislike, make sure you leave them comments, and don't be a hater. If you're feeling my videos, hit the subscribe button. Alright, let's talk about some real shit in this video, because you know it's real. At the end of the day, you guys, your boy Love When the Hate One is in the motherfucking building. I'm going to drop some heat. I'm going to drop a radio call a little later on today with the homie Brock, the first person I ever did a radio call with. You know, we're going to drop some heat a little later on today. And in this video, I want to discuss some things. Is Alexander Povetkin really the most feared fighter? Some people feel he is. I heard a couple people say it. The other day, I made a video basically saying that Deontay was the most feared in my opinion. Not even clearly. I said it was a debate. It's debatable that he is the most feared. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just saying it's a debate. And somebody, you know, they hit me with a counter. One of my subscribers I fuck with, Eddie, I don't know if it's Andino or Andino. The dude was like, you know, I don't think that Wilder's the most feared. I think Alexander Povetkin's the most feared. He tried to explain why. And we're going to talk about all that in the video. Okay, but one thing I like about Eddie, man, this dude, you know, he could take harsh criticism. He's a subscriber of mine. And, you know, he could take harsh criticism. You know, if he disagrees with me, I don't get in my feelings. If I disagree with him, he don't get his feelings. Some people, if you disagree with them, and you're not kissing their ass, they get all in their fucking feelings for some reason. This dude right here, he understand that ain't shit personal, man. We just talking boxing. We ain't gonna always agree. And then there's nothing wrong with that. But before I really get into this shit, you already motherfucking know. You know you got some good way when they got you doing the ugly face. All right. Okay. Now let's get into this shit, y'all. All right. Now, so the other day I made a video, you know, debating on why Wilder could arguably be the most feared. And, you know, I don't think Povetkin, well, at the time, this guy makes a lot of sense, but at the time, I really didn't think Povetkin was the most feared, but he does make some sense. So, one side started talking about Povetkin, Eddie had a rebuttal. Let me read it to you. He says, as you guys can see here. Okay. He said, bro, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because maybe you don't know the whole situation with Povetkin. And to be honest with you, it's not that I don't know the whole situation. It's just I didn't care to know the whole situation. The situation to me was you got tested once for PEDs. I don't care whether it's a stamina enhancer, it was a banned substance, okay? You know, I even forgave you because, you guys, this is the problem with me. Once you get tested dirty twice, you guys, I could forgive a man for being tested dirty. You know, don't even want to say that, but I can. You know, because things happen in boxing. Sometimes, you know, maybe a motherfucker did slip something in your drink. You know, maybe a motherfucker did, you know, give you the wrong thing. Maybe somebody set you up to fail a test. All right. But if it happens twice, you guys, that's kind of hard to forget. That's why Antonio Tarver will never get my likings again. Who else? People that constantly fails tests. Alexander Povetkin. I can't even name too many people that failed tests more than once. But Alexander Povetkin is definitely one of them, yo. Facts. All right. So with that being said by himself, that's another reason I kind of just dead the situation because I'm like, this dude felt dirty twice. When somebody failed a test twice, that means they haven't only been using twice. I think that's obvious. So let's keep it rolling. He said, as we all know, Deontay Wilder and Alexander Povetkin were scheduled to fight in May 2016 in Moscow. Upon the voluntary anti-doping agency tested both fighters for PEDs, Alexander Povetkin tested positive for having minimal traces of Modonium in his blood, a drug that just been added to the World Anti-Doping Agency WADA list of forbidden substances 4 months earlier on January 1st, 2016. That doesn't deviate from the fact that it's a fucking steroid, or it's a banned substance. I mean, if Wilder would have got caught with that substance, do you really think anybody will give a fuck whether it been a banned substance just starting yesterday, whether it just started being a banned substance just started last week? It's a banned substance, you know. At the end of the day, it's a banned substance for a reason. And just because, you know, it just started being a banned substance, I really want to ask you, what is your point there? Not saying you don't have a point, I just don't get it. Okay, it just started being a banned substance since 2016. Oh, okay. The fight happened in 2016, so he's trying to say that maybe Alexander Povetkin didn't know it was a banned substance. All right. And my rebuttal to that is, okay, maybe he didn't know, but he got caught with it twice. So even when you got busted, I'm quite sure you knew then, right? But then you got caught with it again. So even once you knew, you still did it. That's like me. That's like me. All right. We give guys a perfect example. That's like me. You know. Okay. I tried to get at a girl, right? And the girl's 17. All right. And believe me, I'm not out here talking to no 17-year-old. I'm the type of, I want to see ID down there. Or I need some witnesses that can verify your age. But that's like me. I talked to a girl. She's 17, right? I didn't know she was 17, right? I told myself, man, I didn't know she was 17. I ain't gonna talk to her no more. All right. I talked to her a week later. You know. I definitely knew she was 17, and I just wanted to keep talking to her. Why? Why Alexander Povetkin wanted to do the banned substance again? Why? I don't know. Maybe he just don't have very good stamina. Remember I said maybe, y'all. But let's just keep the train rolling. Okay, 9 days before the bout, Team Wilder had discovered Alexander Povetkin tested positive for PEDs. They decided to leave Moscow before the WC sanctioning body, and Wilder decided what to do with the situation. Okay, my thing is this. You have to understand. You put yourself in Wilder's shoes. First of all, we're going across the pond, right? We're going across the pond to fight Alexander Povetkin. Why stay if the man got tested dirty? Why stay? I mean, if I go fight you in your hometown and you all of a sudden you get tested dirty for a bad substance, I'm out. It is no chilling, y'all. I'm up out of there because I see that you're trying to, not only you're not trying to get the hometown advantage, you're trying to get a banned substance advantage as well. So I'm out too. Well, what I stay for? So you expected Wilder to stay for them to, I guess, you know, get their thoughts together and maybe still have the fight carry on, and Wilder will have to still maybe fight a dirty Alexander Povetkin. This kind of reminds me of the Danny Garcia versus what's the old boy name? Oh, I can't forget this cat. The Eric Morales. This kind of reminds me of that situation. Danny Garcia still fought Eric Morales. I guess he was supposed to do the same thing with dangerous Alexander Povetkin. Alright? So I guess, and you know, some people want to feel like Deontay Wilder left early because he never intended on fighting him. Like, come on, the fuck out of here with that, man. Alexander Povetkin got caught with the juice, not Wilder, okay? How the fuck can Wilder make a prediction that Alexander Povetkin was gonna be on steroids? Not even roids, but you guys know what I mean, a banned substance, alright? Another thing is this, if I'm not mistaken, Wilder said that he thought Alexander Povetkin was on some type of steroid before it happened, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just keep the train rolling. Okay, situation. You said Povetkin's ban uplifted in June when the WC Association discovered that the minute traces of medaillium was in Povetkin's blood were residuals left over from when he knowingly consumed or injected it before medaillium. I can't pronounce that word. Medaillium was added to the forbidden list on January 1st, 2016. In April of this year, Povetkin was awarded Wilder's purse of $4.5 million, which was in an escrow amount. It was. Team Wilder have appealed the ruling, and the case is ongoing as of now. I thought Wilder won that case. Okay, yeah, but I think Povetkin did like some type of a counter suit, I guess, and I guess that's how it happened. All right, let's just keep the train rolling. He said, LOL. With all that said, it's a matter of opinion. It's a matter of opinion on how you feel at this point. But in my opinion, I don't believe Povetkin feared or is in fear of Wilder. All right, I can give you that one. He probably ain't scared of Wilder. But let me tell you this: when you all of a sudden get tested dirty, when it comes down to a fighter, what do you say? Okay, you know, the traces, the residuals. What do you say? What do you say? If that's the case, Canelo ain't dirty then, right? Because Canelo, I think he, first of all, did he beat a hair? He beat the hair shit, and then he was clean in his second bout. We all know they can flush that shit out the system. There's ways around that, all right? But there's no way around it was in your system. Not once, but twice, yo. There's no way around that. So the boy Alexander Povetkin, he ain't always been so honest when it comes down to his fucking history of using bad substances. But okay, I can probably say Wilder isn't the most feared. I mean, I could probably say Alexander Povetkin probably don't fear Wilder, but that was suspect. That's what I will say, and I'm gonna stand by that. Okay. He said, in fact, one can easily have the opinion that Wilder feared Alexander Povetkin for leaving Moscow so quick. First of all, let me. I'm basically Wilder's lawyer when it comes down to this last point right here. First of all, I'm across the pond. Who knows how they was? See, we don't never get deep on things. Who knows how they was treating Wilder out there? Who knows? From what I hear, in Russia, you know, you guys know I like to leave racism off my channel, but from what I'm hearing in Russia, it's very racist out there. Okay, so I'm quite sure Wilder was ready to get the fight over, but if the fight is not going to happen because of a bad substance, I'm out. So let's get back to what I was saying, which is getting deep. First of all, it's probably all type of racism out there. Who knows how Wilder was getting treated? I'm quite sure he didn't trust nobody out there. Probably didn't trust nobody with the food or nothing. Let's just be real, y'all. These are facts. Shit, Wilder could have been easily, you know, not saying scared of Alexander Povetkin, but he could have easily been scared for his life. You know, he's out there risking it, you know, just to get a big name on his resume. And once he figure out that, and I don't know, does anybody have some proof of this, but I could just say I believe you. Once he figure out that the fight basically wasn't going to happen, when somebody get caught with a bad substance, usually what happens in that situation? The fight is usually off. It's usually canceled. So Wilder was like, shit, man, since the fight is off, I'm out. I'm quite sure Wilder was ready to get the fight over with anyway to get back to America. I'm quite sure Wilder missed America when he was out there. So he was like, fuck that, I'm ready to go back home. I mean, if this guy is testing dirty, I'm out. What? It's no sense for, just picture yourself coming to a whole other country and you're basically figuring out that the fight is not going to happen. Are you going to stay? You guys, when people usually get tested dirty, that means the fight is off. But let's just keep the train rolling. You got to feel me on that. Wilder's out there, there's several reasons he could have came back home. Not just because he's scared. or just because you think he's scared. Nah, I doubt that. Because if Wilder was scared of Povetkin, he did not have to take the Povetkin fight. He did not have to fly to Russia, y'all. Come on now. All right. He said he didn't even get a WBC time to decide what they were going to do, because I think it was pretty obvious. You know, you get caught with a bad substance, the fight is off. What happened with Luis Ortiz? Got caught with a bad substance, the fight was off. Canelo got caught with a bad substance, the fight was off. Usually the fight is off when you get caught with a bad substance. And I'm quite sure if the WBC, or it was nothing for Wilder to just fly back to Russia, right? Okay. And you miss, I know he was missing America, man. But he said, okay, the WBC never said that they were canceling the bout because it was only residuals amount of bendoneum found in AP system. On top of that, a federal court decided to rule in Povetkin's favor. Yeah, he did that. He did that. Also, one can easily have the opinion that AJ fears Povetkin because he's on record saying he'd rather fight Wilder than Povetkin. Of course, that could just mean that he wants to be undisputed more than he wants to fight Povetkin. I agree on that. I just think he just wants to be more undisputed. But you make a strong argument. I'll give you that. Povetkin is a fear. I think he's a fear fighter. Just most feared. I don't know about that, because AJ's talking about fighting him next. And Wilder he went to Russia, man. You got to give Wilder, whether you want to or not, Eddie, you got to give Wilder credit for flying to Russia. Also, okay, and he said, so I got Terence Crawford and Alexander Povetkin as most feared. I'll give you an argument with Povetkin. I don't think Crawford is most feared because Crawford got some people that's finna, he's going to get some fights. It's Benitez, what's the old boy name? He want, Crawford. Spence want Crawford. Keith Thurman was talking about facing Crawford. Broner, I don't think Broner will mind facing Crawford. Jeff Horn is going to face Crawford. Danny Garcia will face Crawford. I don't think Crawford's the most fit. But all right, y'all, I'm out.